Hey guys, it's Asia, the Princess of Variety, and I am back with the gamer tag. So I found this tag from, I'm going to butcher this name, Amy Gelibiter? Amy Geliter? I don't know. I'm completely saying her name wrong. But you guys can find her. It is AMYGELIEBTER. So you guys can look her up because I've never heard of this tag and I probably wouldn't have found it if it wasn't posted on her channel, but I think she found it from someone else too. So maybe this is a popular tag, I'm not sure, but I'm super excited to be doing it because I get to answer questions about video games, and what's more fun than that? Like I love talking about video games. So yeah, let's get into the questions. First question is, what is your all-time favorite video game? God, I can never just choose one. Definitely, I want to say The Sims, just because I've been playing The Sims since it first came out, since the first year it came out. I think it came out in either 2000 or 2001. I want to say 2000, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But it definitely came out in one of those years, and I've been playing it ever since the year it came out. And then I've always loved Grand Theft Auto. Always loved that game. I've always loved Tekken games. I've always loved WWE Smackdown versus Raw, like the older ones. I haven't really played any of the newer ones. I heard that they changed the controls and it's kind of a lot more difficult to actually do well in that game. I don't know, but I used to love playing that game, like the one that came out in like 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, and I think that's when I stopped playing those games. I wouldn't mind trying the new ones, but I'll say my all-time favorite is The Sims, just because I've been playing it longer than the other ones, and I'm still playing it to this day, you know? I feel like with WWE SmackDown vs. Raw, I don't play it anymore. But I wouldn't mind playing the new ones. And then with Grand Theft Auto, like a new one comes out every like 5 years. So I mean, you can play it a little bit more since they have GTA Online now, but I haven't played that in a while. Sims is just something that will never go away in my case. The second question is, what is your current favorite video game? My current favorite video game is Life is Strange, even though I've completed the game, just because wow. I feel like I've never had a game just kind of, well, I've had some of the Grand Theft Auto games kind of stick with me, but I feel like this game, I still think about it all the time, even though I'm not playing it. I haven't played it in months, but I'm still thinking about it and thinking about the characters and thinking about just all of it. So I'm just gonna say that that's my current favorite video game, even though I'm not currently playing it because I've already finished it. But yeah, what is your favorite video game genre? I want to say simulation, but that's not necessarily the case. I just love games where you can create your own character. If I can create my own character in a game, chances are I'll like it for the most part, even though it's not necessarily a genre, but we'll go with it. How long have you been playing video games? I have been playing video games since I was like 2 or 3 years old. What's the first game you ever played? I don't know. I know the first game I got on PlayStation 2 was this game called Unison. It was like this dance game. I still have all of my PlayStation 2 games except for like 2 or 3, but that was my first PlayStation 2 game, but that was not my first console, so I really do not know because I've been playing video games for so freaking long. What game have you clocked the most hours into? I'd say The Sims, just because it always takes time to create houses, and that would take me, sometimes I would take like at least a day or so making a house. What's your longest gaming session? I honestly don't know. I mean, there's definitely been times I've woken up, played a video game all day long until I was very, very tired, and then I'd go to sleep. Not a game, but just different games. I want to say definitely more than like 20 hours. Definitely. Who is your favorite game developer? I guess I'll say EA, Rockstar, Treyarch. Those are just some. I don't have a favorite, but Who is your favorite hero character from a game? That's a good question. Gosh, that's a really, really good question. I don't know. Like, I love Max Caulfield from Life is Strange. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I love the protagonists on Tekken. I love the protagonists on in GTA. I love the people in story mode. Well, not all of the Call of Duty games, but some of them. That's a really hard question. I'm gonna have to pass on that one because I don't know. I love Lara Croft. I mean, that's a really, really freaking good question. I don't know. I really can't say for that one. Who is your favorite villain? Favorite villain? Favorite villain. Because usually I don't like the villains, so I don't know who my favorite villain would be. Okay, I'm just going to say that my favorite villain is Mark Jefferson, just because I played Life is Strange recently, and I just didn't expect him to be the villain. I mean, I kind of did, but it did take me by surprise when I found out he actually was. And he just seems so normal and cool throughout the series, but then you find out that he's not he's just not. And he was just really creepy. Something about him, once I found out he was the villain, something about him really creeped me out just because he seemed so normal. He wasn't just like an obvious villain, I guess you could say. And something about that kind of made me feel weird inside. And I think that's what a villain should do. They should make you feel a little weird inside. Who is your most hated character of any game? I hate Hihashi Mishima from Tekken. He's really annoying. He always effed up my F up my streaks. And sometimes he was just really hard to beat. And I don't like him. He just pisses me off, so. What gaming systems do you own? I don't know if Atari counts as like a gaming system, but that's like the OG one. So I have Atari, Sega, Nintendo, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, the Wii, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. And I guess I have Game Boy Color, but that's not really a system, so yeah. What was your first game system? My first game system, I think, no, it was my Sega. My Sega was my first game system. What's your favorite gaming system and why? I love my Xbox One. I mean, that's obviously the newest one. That's the most up-to-date one. But for favorite, I'm gonna go with my PlayStation 2 just because, even though I don't really play it anymore, but just because I have the most games on that system. And I played it for the longest period of time. Do you prefer to play guy characters or girl characters? I prefer to play girl characters. I don't mind playing guy characters, but I think it is cool how they're starting to add girls into video games. Like the games I always played always had girls in them. Maybe they weren't the protagonists, but they had girls in them. In The Sims, you could always make a girl. And there were always girls in the town. In WWE Smackdown vs. Raw, there were always girls and you could always make a girl. In Tomb Raider, the lead character was always a girl. In Tekken, there was always girls. Apparently, it's like this big thing that you can be a girl in video games now, but like, I don't understand. Like, to me, like, this whole, like, oh my gosh, girls play video games. Oh my gosh, like when I go in GameStop, it's like, oh my gosh, you play video games. Oh my gosh, you're a girl. Oh my goodness. But to me, it's never been like that. Like, I literally didn't know that it was a big deal that girls play video games until I was in, like, high school. Because I've always played video games. It was never a foreign concept to me. So to know that it was to, like, other people really surprised me because I've always played video games, you know? So the fact that girls are just being added in some of these newer games like Call of Duty and stuff like that is kind of like, oh, I guess this is kind of new to a lot of like people. But to me, it was never the case because, like I said, I always played a lot of games that had girls in it, and I've always played games my whole life. So this whole thing about like, oh my gosh, like girls, woo, they play video games, they're in video games, whoa, oh my god. It's like, I don't know, it's just new to me. Do you follow walkthroughs or do you play through on your own? I usually play through on my own. I think the only time I really followed a walkthrough is when I was playing GTA San Andreas, because I had the book, so I could, I mean, I didn't literally follow it, but I did refer to it to figure out some things. Have you ever been to a gaming convention? No, I have not, but I would love to go to one. What game are you most excited for to come out in the future? Life is Strange 2, that's definitely one of them. The next GTA, Sims 5, but the Sims 4 just came out, so got a long way to go with that one. Maybe some new Sims 4 stuff packs, game pack, not even stuff packs, game packs and expansion packs. I'm sick of the stuff packs. There's way too freaking many. And then there's like this Michael Myers game that's supposed to be coming out, and I really want to see what that's about. What's your best memory of a video game? I'm gonna say my best memory of a video game is when Chloe got shot in Life is Strange. And I know it's a very recent game, it's not like a classic game or anything like that, but it's my favorite memory just because it was so intense, and I just felt so many emotions inside of me. Like, if you guys go watch my Life is Strange Let's Play, you'll just see how I reacted, and that's really how I felt inside. Like, it was just crazy, and I was just dreading playing the game because I didn't want to get to that part, because I had heard someone dies in the game, and I had a feeling it was Chloe, but no one would tell me who it was, so I was just playing the game like scared as hell, scared to get to that part because I didn't want someone I liked from the series to die. So, and you're probably wondering, well, why would you say that's your best part? Because it just, I feel like that's the first time in while playing any video game where I've ever felt such a connection to a character, to the point where like them getting shot really, really affected me, and I was so sad, and I didn't think they were coming back, and all this stuff. So it really, really had an impact on me, and I feel like I feel like games should have that impact on people a lot more. And so that's why it's my best one, because it really, like, I really felt like I was connected to the characters, and it just took me by surprise, and I was just like, oh my god, like, it was just a big deal for me, okay, gosh. What's your worst memory of a video game? This is probably not my worst memory, but I'm just gonna say it just because it used to piss me off. There was this game I had, I still have it. I don't know why I'm saying had, I still have it. It still works, I can still play it, on PlayStation 2, and it was called No One Can Stop Mr. Domino. And it was this really cool game. It took me forever to figure out how to play it, but once I did, it was really fun. But the thing about that game is, if you die, you literally have to start from the way beginning of the game. It wasn't one of those games where you could start the level over, or you could save it, and you know, you couldn't do any of that stuff. I mean, I think you could save it, but you couldn't start the level over. So however far you got, that was how far you got. Say you got to level 25, if there were that many, and you died, you literally have to start back from level 1, and that was so freaking annoying. Oh my god, like, don't even get me started on this freaking game, but it was very freaking annoying. So if you guys have ever played that game, or you know what I'm talking about, comment below and let me know how pissed you were too. Okay, which video game character do you see yourself as? I see myself as Lara Croft because I'm a badass. I'm just kidding. I feel like I'm just saying so much about Life is Strange, but it's just because I felt such a connection to those characters. But I want to say Max Caulfield, just because she was like awkward, but she, you know, when she needed to stand her ground, she did, or she could feel some sort of, I mean, she was like hella like geeky in a way, and I'm not really geeky, but like I feel like I related to her a lot, just because she was like the underdog, but she also was really powerful in a way. Not even just because of her power, but just, not saying I'm like powerful, but I just feel like I related to her because there was so much more to her than people actually realize, if that makes sense. Like, there's more to me than people probably realize. And with her, there was a lot more to her than people realized. And yeah, I like that. I like the sound of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed doing this tag. I tag all of you guys to do this video. If you happen to do the tag, make sure you leave it in the comments down below. If you don't make a video, feel free to comment your answers to the questions below. I'll leave the questions in the description. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.